Hey there, Falcast listeners. This is Brandon Hanley. I am back to you with a. I just want to follow up today. It's going to be kind of a twofer, depending on when I get this uploaded. I have been using a little bit of a process, or trying to use this process that I heard about called SAVERS, and this is where you do a couple things. One is silence, which is a part where you do some meditation, and that's the S. And then the second part is going to be affirmations. The third part is going to be visualizations. That's the V. Then you're going to have scribing, journaling, as well as then you've got reading, and then you've got your exercise, and this acronym turns into SAVERS. So you're supposed to do this. I heard about this first on Hal Elrod's My Morning Miracle community podcast, and I've heard about it in a couple of different places. I never have not read the book yet. I have the book. I just have to start flipping the pages and get into it. Um, but I haven't read it yet. And so many of you may be wondering, hey, how does this tie into fatherhood? This is supposed to be fatherhood for the rest of us. And anybody who tells me that there is some type of morning miracle and you're involved with your children and you're getting them ready for school and you're taking them to daycare, just get the morning chaos, right? If I can have a miracle happening in my morning before the morning even starts, it's on. Show me how to do it. What is up? Let me, introduce it to me. Let me do it. I need all the help I can get, right? It's not easy being a a parent. So I said, all right, I started waking up like an hour earlier, instead of 6:30 or 6, around 5, sometimes 4:30 in the morning, so I could go get my car, go down to the gym before anybody wakes up, and I would sit in the car and I would do my silence, my meditation. That's 10 minutes, right? Then I would do my affirmations, and some of you may have seen I've been posting a few of those on Instagram. I do those affirmations, and a couple other ones, and that's about 4 or 5 minutes, and then another part of the day is you're supposed to kind of visualize. You have a couple options. You can visualize how you want your day to be. Just close your eyes and just think about how the day is gonna go. I would always say, hey, I'm gonna have a great workout. I'm gonna get home. The kids are gonna be in a good mood. Meg's gonna be in a great mood. It's all gonna go swimmingly well, and then the rest of the day is gonna progress well. And I would kind of have that visualization and project that. Or if you wanted to, you could spend a little bit of time looking at your vision board. If you're not familiar with what that is, you take kind of a poster type thing. You can cut out a bunch of collages. You make a big old collage, go through magazines, and put your dreams, aspirations, hopes, phrases, inspirational stuff all together on one storyboard, if you will. You can just have it like as your desktop. I've got it as my desktop. I've also got it on a poster that I just sent to Walgreens. Had them posted, print it out, and you can look at that. The other part of it was, so you got about a minute or two of that, and then the other part of it is scribing, journaling. I typically try to set the clock for about 10 minutes of just writing, just freehand writing, and just letting some things out. And I don't know if I'm coming up with any major epiphanies, but I am writing, and it feels good to be writing something. And it's really cool to be tactile, right? Just feeling the pen scraping across, or depending on if you're using a ball pen or whatever type of pen you're using, and feeling it. You're having some type of real physical activity of the output that you're putting onto paper, and I've been enjoying that, right? And so then you do that, and then you're supposed to read for a little bit too. So that's usually, and my day I try to do about 20 minutes of reading. I'm like, okay, so I don't know if you can see, like, this time is really starting to grow, and I've only given myself like an hour so far. So then I've got to go do some exercise. I don't got it. I get to go do some exercise. I'm going to go do some exercise, feel good, and be healthy. And then I do that, and That's about anywhere from like a half hour, 45 minutes, and then you shower off or something, you rinse off at least before I come home, depending on what I'm doing, how sweaty I get, whatever. Not that you need all those details, but you just got them. Uh, I'm doing, do all that, and I'm like, man, this is. Sometimes I'm like running out of time. I'm like, just I feel I'm. It's actually it's not. It stops feeling like a miracle, and I start feeling like almost stressed. I don't have enough time to get all this in. I'm like, "Ah." And what was funny is that I googled it. I googled the My Morning Miracle, and apparently there's a 6 minute version where you just do 1 minute of each one of these pieces. I was like, didn't even dawn on me to just try and restructure the time and how much time I put in there. I just had this fixated idea of how much time I should be spending on each one, and that's what I was doing. I was actually causing myself to stress out. Uh, what can you do, right? You just like, I gotta get all this stuff done, so my morning is a miracle. And I'm like, it's not. It's not a miracle. It's anything but it. So I was really glad that I came across that part of the morning miracle thing where it just says, hey, you just do like a minute. Just start your morning off with just 1 minute in each one of those aspects, and you'll probably feel a difference. I know that through the course of a day, if I do it through the course of a day, I still notice the impact of each one of those. And today was the first time that I tried it for just 1 minute each. And man, I'll talk about having a little bit of a weight lifted off my shoulders. And again, how does this tie all into parenting and fatherhood? And I'm just gonna say, man, you want to try to do anything that releases some stress or helps you start your day off a little bit more in a positive manner. It's gonna overflow and spill into your day, and hopefully with the relationships that you have at home, with your children, with for me, my wife, and it's just really it's almost like just like that. It's just a sigh of relief to kind of do those things, and even if it's just for 1 minute each. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that stuff with you guys. Maybe there's some parts that, and I think I jotted it down this morning actually, right? Says, and I said to this in my journal. I'm just kind of flipping over here. It says it's kind of funny how we sometimes we put these constraints and rules around the way we do things, even just for ourselves. Um, and it's like we've locked ourselves into this 10, 20 minute area, and all you fixated on making it happen that way because maybe you read something. Like I said, I'll read something somewhere that says, hey, you got to do 20 minutes of this, 10 minutes of that, and so I was trying to force it all into an area, and it's really only got to be 1 minute, right? That's great. I was like, but sometimes you got to step outside of yourself and find these things. But again, I thought it was just really funny how I kind of locked myself into this, and I was also just with a simple reading of something else. I was really easy for myself to step away and recognize what I'd done too. So, man, I hope that you guys can take something away from that. I just wanted to share that with you. And if you haven't tried the Savers, give it a shot. I think I think it's kind of cool. I found this at halelrod.com. 6 minute more. Was it 6 minute miracle morning? Just Google that; it'll pop up. Let me know if you're trying it out. Let me know some things that are helping you de-stress and decompress during the day, before the day starts, even at the end of the day. Love to hear something from you on that. As usual, the plugs, right? We've got you can find me on Brandon G Handley at or Brandon G Hanley, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can also find us on in the Facebook group Fatherhood for the Rest of Us. And of course, as always, if you don't want to reach out socially via social tool like that, feel free to reach out to me just via email, Brandon at fatherhoodfortherestofus.com. Love to hear from you. And if you haven't picked up the book yet, the free ebook, $10 value, you can go ahead and pick that up at pick that up at fatherhoodfortherestofus.com. There's a little opt-in mailer. Sign up for that. I'm not really sending too much out right now. Working on quite a few things that I want to share with you in the future. But if you pick up the book, you'll be able to see where we've come from we being me, kind of where I've gone, where I've come through, where I'm at now, and where we're going. So pick that up. I think you're really gonna get something out of that as well, and enjoy it, and stick with us, see where we go. Thanks a lot.